I wanted to talk a little bit about fatherhood and the difference between being a father and being a husband. I remember when I proposed to my wife, and I felt like after I proposed and we got married, I didn't think anything would really change within our relationship. I looked at it as, we know we want to be together. We already are business partners. We already have so many things that we share. And I would talk to her about children and talk to her about so many things, and she would tell me, why are we even talking about that if we're not married? Or if we're not getting married, or if we're not engaged, or, let's just focus on right now. And that kind of motivated me to propose, because I was like, I want to have these conversations. My mind is always focused on the future. And I'm like, no, I want to talk about children. I want to talk about all these things. But she had a valid point. Until it was real, it ain't real. And we got married, and I would say our relationship changed in a way, because now that breaking up or, arguments, I think they're way less serious, because we know we have to come back to the table to figure it out and make it work. We're married. You want to work it out. But ultimately, I would say it enhanced our relationship tremendously. Now, when we found out that we were having a baby, I kind of looked at it a very similar way, subconsciously. I didn't really look at it as my whole life is about to change completely. My responsibilities are about to change completely. Getting married and having a baby is two completely separate things in regards to expectations, in regards to what it does to your mind, what it does to your body, what it does to just you as a person, which is something that I didn't really comprehend. And I'm still processing that day in and day out with a 2-month-old. The entire pregnancy, I never really, in hindsight, I thought I did, but I never really comprehended what it really means to have a person that you're responsible for 24/7. Now, before I had a kid, I was a godfather. I am a godfather. I'm an uncle. And every time I interact with kids, and I'm a teacher, it's on a temporary basis. I'm with you for a certain amount of time, and then, all right, I go back to my wife, or I go back home, and unwind. This is the first time in my life where we can have a long day out with our daughter, or just do a lot of activities. We could play, we could, read, we can do all of the developmental things, but guess what? She's still there. She's still there. And that alone is so intense. It's so intense that even when she's not with you, even when your child is not with you, you still have to constantly be thinking, where is your child and what is happening with your child? Did your child eat? Did your child sleep? Do they have anything new? Like, I'll go to work and my wife is still on maternity leave, and I'll come home and she does like something little, like she drools a little bit, for example. And I'm like, when did she start drooling? Or I went to work the other day and she's like, yo, she has this huge scar on her face because she scratches herself by accident. And I'm just at work hurt, like, damn, I don't even know if she's in pain. I don't know if she's crying. I don't know, I'm not there. So even when you're not with your child, they're still there with you emotionally and psychologically all day, every day. And it's something that I didn't comprehend prior to going on this journey. And that has, I would say, been the most powerful shock for me. The true meaning of being a father day in and day out in the life of your child is an honorable job. It is a noble job, but it is a job. It's an amazing job. It's the highest title I think a person can have, because at the end of the day, being a husband is an amazing title and it's an honor as well. But my wife came already assembled. I didn't have to train her how to use the bathroom. I didn't have to train her on sleeping. I didn't have to train my wife on being a human. And as a parent, it's your job to help guide the development of a human. What could be more noble than that? Think about it. There is nothing more powerful than that responsibility to ensure the development of a human in our society. And I take that role very, 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 very seriously. And it's something that I love, but it's something that is difficult. It's difficult. You know, there's times where I'm with my daughter and I'll read to her, I'll play with her, and then I'm drained. And then you feel bad because it's like, damn, I'm tired. I don't have enough energy to play another game. I don't have enough energy, or, you know, because I still got to clean. I still got to work. I still got to be a husband. I still got all these other responsibilities. And sometimes I'm just tired. And it's taken me 2 months, because she's 2 months and a half, I would say. She's going to be 3 months soon, to realize that at the end of the day, as long as I'm here, as long as I'm present, as long as I'm loving and understanding, it's okay to be tired. You know, it's okay to not have something in an activity for her to, it's okay for us to just sit in silence sometimes, or to just listen to music together, you know? And I guess what I'm saying essentially is, I have to be comfortable with my daughter getting to really know who I am. Not this version of myself that I prop myself up to be, which is this superhuman dad. Where it's like, I want to teach my daughter this, and I want her to know that, and I want her to X, Y, and Z. I'm just me. And the reason why I love my wife and why I knew I could marry her is because when I'm with her, I just could be me. You know? And by embracing that with my daughter, it has enriched my experiences with her, where it's like, if I'm tired, I'm tired. You know, I know you're cranky, sometimes I'm cranky. That's okay. That's okay. That's part of being a human, to be filled with multiple emotions. Being tired is part of the human experience. So is being happy. So is being sad. So is being mad. So is being frustrated. These are normal things. And to try to hide that or mask that from my daughter is taxing, but I also think it will be a disservice to her development as a human if she thinks that that her dad is this person who is unrealistic in society because he never shows me that he's tired, or every time he's with me, he's ready to play a game, or he's ready with all of this energy. He's always, you know, ready to dance, ready to make me laugh, ready to make me smile. I love doing those things, but I can't do those things for 24 hours in a day that I gotta be with you. As a teacher, I can be Mr. Bold. I can be that charismatic, energetic person every time I'm in the classroom. I'm only with you for 55 minutes. With my godson, when I'm with G, man, I could rap, we could freestyle, we could, you know, because I know when I hang out with him, I gotta take a nap. And I know that this experience is not something that I'm gonna have all the time, so I have to make sure that it's a memorable experience for him. So G gets the maximum version of me every time we hang out. You know, so do my cousins and my brother and everybody else. But at the end of the day, my daughter can get that version of me, but she's also gonna get my dad's just tired right now. She has to. And that's okay. So, I don't know if that helps anybody out there. It's my experience. I love being in her life. I have no plans on ever exiting. You know, I want to be with her every day. I'm enjoying and loving watching her grow, watching her develop every single day. So I'm just sharing my story on how to make that marathon last in this thing we call father and daughter. How do we ensure that this relationship works for everyone involved? Because at the end of the day, as she grows, I want her to be herself too. I don't want her to be this version that she thinks is the daughter of her father, that she has to be whenever she's around me. Because her mother doesn't do that when she's around me. Man, I don't do that when I'm around her mother. If I'm excited, her mother's getting the excited version of me. If I'm nervous, her mom's gonna know. Even if I try to act like I'm not. and vice versa. I see my wife in all levels of life. I know when she's flustered. I know when she's frustrated. I know when she's excited about something. I know when she doesn't really like something. And that's the beauty of family, isn't it? Right? To be able to be open with the people that you share your life with. So, yeah. Fatherhood.